True strength is quiet. It doesn't need to shout. Imagine a woman so rare, so extraordinary, that even the most unshakable men, the lone wolves, the Sigma males, find themselves captivated. You know the type. The kind of man who values his freedom like a dragon guards its treasure, who shrugs off attention and detests anyone trying to box him in. They don't fall easily, if at all. Here's a fact. Studies show that nonconformists, like Sigma personalities, are among the hardest to impress or influence. So what kind of woman could possibly make these fiercely independent men take a second look? She's a mystery, wrapped in quiet strength with a touch of mischief that says she doesn't need him, but he might just want her. Brace yourself, because we're about to reveal the only kind of woman capable of breaking through the Sigma male's fortress without ever lifting a finger. And who knows, maybe she'll even teach him that the lone wolf can, every now and then, enjoy a little company. Number 1, uncompromising honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. There's something undeniably compelling about a woman who's honest, even when the truth is uncomfortable. She doesn't sugarcoat or dance around things to keep the peace. If she has something to say, she'll say it, with clarity and respect, but without any need to soften the edges. Her honesty comes from a place of integrity, not a desire to impress or be liked, and that's what makes it so powerful. For a Sigma male who values authenticity above all else, this quality is like a breath of fresh air. He's surrounded by people who play it safe, saying what they think others want to hear. But here's a woman who's bold enough to speak her mind, even if it makes things a bit uncomfortable. She's not blunt to be rude or provoke. She's just not interested in playing games or watering down her thoughts. It's an honesty that's direct yet respectful, something that cuts through all the pretenses. To a Sigma who spends much of his life observing and deciphering others, this kind of openness is a welcome change. Her uncompromising honesty creates a unique connection, one that doesn't require constant guessing or reading between the lines. He knows that when she speaks, it's real, and that level of authenticity is rare. It's challenging, yes, she'll call him out when he needs it, and she won't shy away from tough conversations, but that's exactly why he respects her. Her truthfulness shows that she values the relationship enough not to hide behind pleasantries. With her, he feels both understood and challenged. And in a world of half-truths and shallow compliments, her honesty makes her unforgettable. Number 2, an appetite for growth without being driven by ego. A woman with a genuine appetite for growth is in a league of her own. She isn't driven by competition or the need to prove something. Her desire to grow comes from a real love for learning, for becoming better than she was yesterday. Her growth is a private journey, something she does for herself rather than for applause. She finds joy in constantly evolving, not because she wants to win at life, but because she values depth, knowledge, and becoming the best version of herself. This rare quality resonates with a Sigma male whose own life is often marked by a quiet pursuit of mastery and self-discovery. For a Sigma who's turned off by surface-level ambition or the need to perform success, her authentic approach to growth is like a breath of fresh air. She's not focused on impressing others or climbing some imaginary social ladder. She simply loves to challenge herself, whether that's through learning a new skill, diving into a deep personal interest, or working through her own inner development. This isn't just attractive to a Sigma, it's a quality that he deeply respects, because it aligns with his own pursuit of self-improvement without external pressures. Her continuous evolution also means she's never stagnant. She brings new insights, fresh perspectives, and a sense of curiosity into his world, which keeps him captivated. She's not the kind of person who settles or stays the same year after year. She's always growing, and that naturally draws him in. With her, he finds a partner who shares his thirst for knowledge and self-discovery, a kindred spirit whose journey of growth is as meaningful and intentional as his own. And together they create a space where neither one needs to be better than the other. They're simply inspired to be the best they can be, side by side. Number 3, an inner stillness amidst external chaos. A woman who exudes inner stillness amidst external chaos is like a sanctuary in a storm. It's not about being passive or indifferent. It's a deep, quiet calm that runs through her no matter what's happening around her. Her habits, her routines, the way she processes her emotions, everything about her radiates a quiet strength that remains unshaken, even when life throws curveballs. This inner peace isn't something she needs to announce or display. It's simply woven into the fabric of who she is, and it creates an aura that draws people in without any effort. For a Sigma male who's constantly navigating the intensity of his own thoughts and emotions, this kind of tranquility is magnetic. He values calm, and he finds it almost impossible to resist a woman who has mastered it. Her stillness doesn't just complement his own inner world, it balances it out. In a world full of noise, drama, and uncertainty, she's like a steady anchor, grounding him without ever having to try. Her ability to stay composed, even in the face of chaos, is the kind of stability he respects, and the more he gets to know her, the more he's pulled into her quiet strength. What's even more intriguing is that her calmness doesn't come from avoidance or suppression of emotions. It comes from an emotional maturity and self-awareness that he can't help but admire. She doesn't need to control everything around her. She controls herself, and that is the essence of her power. She's a woman who isn't shaken by the world's chaos, and that unwavering stillness is exactly the kind of quiet challenge a Sigma male finds both attractive and deeply compelling. Number 4, a mystery that's built on substance, not conceit. There's a fine line between mystery and mind games, and the kind of woman a Sigma male finds irresistible has mastered it effortlessly. She doesn't play confusing games or give cryptic hints just to make him chase. Her mystery is genuine. It's part of who she is, not something she wears like an accessory. She has a deep, intriguing nature that unfolds slowly, almost like peeling back layers on an uncharted map. Only with this map, you're never entirely sure where the next turn will take you. What makes her so magnetic to a Sigma male is that her mystery isn't about withholding or teasing. It's about depth. She's a woman who doesn't feel the need to spill her life story on the first date, nor does she seek validation through constant attention. When she does share parts of herself, it's real, intentional, and it leaves you wanting more. Not because she's holding back, but because there's genuinely more to her than meets the eye. Every new piece feels like an insight into a world you didn't know existed. For a Sigma male who values authenticity above all, this is an absolute game changer. And while most people try to attract others by putting everything on display, she does the opposite. She's like that rare movie with layers you don't catch on the first watch. Her mystery is rooted in substance. She's fascinating because she has a rich inner world, not because she's being coy. This approach is like a slow burn novel for the Sigma. He doesn't get it all at once, but each page has him coming back for more. Her mystery makes him curious, pulls him in deeper, and before he knows it, he's hooked, not by tricks or facades, but by the rare, real essence of who she is. And number 5, depth of passion. That isn't flashy. There's something deeply attractive about a woman who's passionate without needing a spotlight. She's the kind of person who pours herself into her interests, not for show or applause, but because she genuinely loves what she does. Her passions run deep, yet she doesn't flaunt them. She's quietly driven, the kind of woman who'd be working on her goals late at night just for the pure joy of it. Sigma males who are all about substance over surface find this quality almost hypnotic. Here's a woman who's completely absorbed in her own world, who doesn't need anyone's permission or praise to feel fulfilled. What makes her even more intriguing is that she's not looking for an audience. While others might seek validation for every new interest or accomplishment, she's content to let her passions speak for themselves. If she paints, she's not uploading it for likes. She's doing it because it adds color to her own life. If she's learning a new skill, she doesn't need to brag about it. It's all part of her personal journey. Her joy in her pursuits is so genuine, it almost feels like a private moment. And that's exactly what draws the Sigma male in. For a Sigma who's already turned off by anything loud or exaggerated, her quiet passion is like finding treasure in plain sight. It's refreshing, it's real, and it's captivating in a way that loud ambition never could be. He respects her even more for not trying to dazzle him. It's her authenticity, her raw enthusiasm for what she loves that wins him over. And as he watches her completely lost in her own world, he realizes she's exactly the kind of person he wants to get lost with too. Number 6, gracefully guarded vulnerability. There's a quiet power in a woman who knows how to guard her vulnerability. She's not closed off or unreachable, but she doesn't hand out pieces of her heart to anyone who comes along. To her, openness is a choice, a privilege she offers only to those who've earned her trust. Her vulnerability is intentional, not a flood of emotions she shares freely. And that's exactly what makes it so compelling. For a Sigma male who lives by his own rules and deeply values privacy, this kind of guarded vulnerability is rare and magnetic. He's not interested in superficial connections, nor does he want someone who spills her soul without consideration. He respects boundaries and understands the value of emotional depth. So when he meets a woman who offers only glimpses of her inner world, he feels both drawn in and respected. She's not asking for his validation or trying to prove her worth by oversharing. Instead, she's showing him that her trust is something he'll have to earn. This subtle approach is a perfect match for his nature. Instead of rushing to open up, she allows their connection to unfold naturally. Her vulnerability, when she finally reveals it, feels like a rare gift, a quiet moment of truth that she doesn't share lightly. It's the kind of genuine openness that resonates deeply with him because it's not performative. It's real, and it's given with purpose. Her ability to guard her heart while still being open to trust makes him feel respected, not needed. And in a world of people who rush to be understood, her patience and self-respect make her the one he truly wants to understand. Number 7, unwavering self-respect. A woman with unwavering self-respect is a force all her own. She knows who she is, and she doesn't look outside herself for validation. Her confidence isn't loud or performative. It's grounded in the values she holds dear. She's not interested in following trends or changing herself to fit in. She simply lives in alignment with her principles, trusting her own inner compass. This kind of self-respect is rare, and it's something that a Sigma male finds deeply magnetic. For a Sigma who's fiercely independent and driven by his own values, this quality is a perfect match. He has little patience for people who mold themselves to fit others' expectations or who rely on approval to feel complete. But when he meets a woman who's truly self-assured, who doesn't chase attention or feel the need to prove herself, he's captivated. She isn't swayed by what's popular or afraid to stand alone if she needs to. This quiet strength mirrors his own commitment to authenticity, and he feels an immediate respect for her. Her self-respect is also a source of stability in his life. In a world where so many are looking for validation or adapting to every passing opinion, she's rooted. She's confident in her choices, her values, and her worth, and that confidence allows her to be both kind and unyielding. For a Sigma, her self-respect isn't just attractive, it's a reflection of his own values and integrity that says, I'm whole on my own. And that's exactly the kind of partner he can see himself with, someone who doesn't need him, but chooses to be with him out of genuine desire, not dependence. Number 8, complexity without drama. There's a special allure to a woman who possesses genuine complexity without bringing drama into the mix. She's layered, interesting, and keeps you guessing in the best way. But her life isn't a revolving door of conflicts or emotional chaos. Her complexity isn't about stirring up drama for attention or trying to keep people on edge. It's simply part of her personality. She's intriguing because there's always something deeper to discover, but she doesn't pull people into a whirlwind of emotional highs and lows. For a Sigma male who's generally allergic to manipulative games and unnecessary tension, this quality is rare and magnetic. He's drawn to complexity, someone with depth and layers he can explore over time, but he has no patience for drama. Most people equate complexity with conflict, but she's mastered the art of balance. She can be mysterious and multidimensional without dragging everyone around her into needless problems. Her life has texture, not turbulence, and her presence brings a sense of stability wrapped in intrigue. This complexity keeps him engaged in a way that doesn't exhaust him. She's fascinating, the kind of person who reveals herself gradually, with unexpected interests, insights, and perspectives that make him want to know her more deeply. But it's never draining. Being around her feels refreshing, like he's diving into uncharted territory with someone who's grounded, self-aware, and emotionally mature. Her complexity challenges him in ways that make him grow, not grind his teeth, in a world full of attention-seeking drama and emotional games. Her substance stands out as a breath of fresh air. She's the kind of complex that keeps him captivated for the long haul, not because she's trying to keep him guessing, but because her depth is simply real. And number 9, presence and poise under pressure. A woman who can maintain her composure under pressure is nothing short of captivating. In a world full of people who crumble when things get tough, she remains steady, Whether it's a personal challenge or a chaotic situation, she exudes a calmness that doesn't scream for attention, but simply is. Her ability to stay poised, to think clearly, and to remain unflustered by external chaos speaks volumes about her strength. For a Sigma male who thrives in solitude and has little tolerance for drama, this quiet strength is a magnetic force. Sigma males often seek peace and inner balance, so a woman who can weather storms without turning them into a spectacle resonates deeply with him. She's not trying to impress anyone with exaggerated reactions or emotional outbursts. Instead, her presence is like a calm oasis in the middle of a storm. It's a relief, not only because it contrasts with the often loud, unpredictable world, but because it makes him feel safe without him having to do anything. Her poise is so natural that it doesn't demand validation or acknowledgement. She simply exists in that space of tranquility, offering a sense of grounding without expecting anything in return. This kind of woman doesn't flinch in the face of adversity. She's able to think, problem solve, and maintain her integrity when things get tough, and that's incredibly rare. Her quiet strength doesn't make her cold or distant. Instead, it makes her presence soothing and magnetic. For the Sigma male who prides himself on his ability to resist external chaos and find peace within himself, a woman who mirrors that same grace under pressure becomes an invaluable partner. One who can stand by his side, not by demanding his attention, but by simply being strong and composed in the face of life's unpredictability. Number 10, curiosity unbound by judgment. A woman with a curiosity unbound by judgment is like a breath of fresh air in a world of rigid opinions and closed minds. She approaches life with a sense of wonder, willing to learn from anything or anyone, regardless of whether it fits into the conventional or the expected. There's no arrogance in her curiosity, no rigid framework she's trying to fit the world into. She simply allows things to be what they are and is open to discovering value in the most unexpected places. Whether it's a new idea, an unconventional person, or a different way of thinking, she's not quick to judge or dismiss. Instead, she's ready to explore, absorb, and evolve. For a Sigma male who thrives on nonconformity and independence, this type of curiosity is magnetic. He's drawn to people who don't feel the need to fit in or play by society's rules, and a woman who is genuinely open-minded encourages him to explore even more of his own depths. Her willingness to venture into new experiences without hesitation or fear of judgment reflects a mindset he respects. It's a kind of freedom that mirrors his own, and it pushes him to question things, challenge assumptions, and dive deeper into his own personal journey. This unjudging curiosity offers him space to expand and grow in ways he might not have considered on his own. He's not limited by the opinions of others, and neither is she. Together they form a dynamic where exploration and learning are constant, unburdened by expectations or conventional views. Her open-mindedness sparks something in him, igniting a deeper sense of curiosity about the world, people, and even himself. For the Sigma male, there's nothing more attractive than someone who encourages him to keep questioning, keep evolving, and never stop exploring. In the end, the only woman a Sigma male will fall for is not the one who chases attention or wears her emotions on her sleeve. She's the one who stands apart, quietly confident, effortlessly magnetic, and fiercely independent. She doesn't need validation from the world because she already knows her worth. She's a woman of substance who doesn't follow the crowd, but instead paves her own path, always evolving, always exploring, and always growing. With an unwavering self-respect and a genuine curiosity about the world, she offers a presence so grounded and compelling that even the most self-sufficient man can't help but be drawn in. This woman doesn't play games or stir drama. She doesn't need to. Her authenticity is her power. Her complexity doesn't come with emotional turbulence, but with layers of depth and substance. When things get tough, she remains calm and poised, the steady rock in an ever-changing world. She doesn't seek approval or bend to the pressure of others. She simply lives according to her own values, leaving room for others to do the same. It's not a quest for perfection that attracts the Sigma male. It's the raw, unapologetic realness of a woman who knows who she is, who doesn't apologize for her depth, and who offers a kind of peace and challenge all at once. She is a woman who doesn't need to be understood to be admired. And that quiet strength, unshakable authenticity, and unapologetic individuality is exactly what makes her the one. the only woman a Sigma male will truly fall for. If you've enjoyed diving into the depths of what makes a Sigma male's perfect match, don't leave just yet. Hit that subscribe button because trust me, you don't want to miss more insights that'll keep you hooked and help you understand the fascinating dynamics of the world around us. Join the community where we explore the kind of real, raw, and powerful content that sparks curiosity and challenges the norm. So go ahead, click subscribe, and let's keep this journey going because you know what they say, the best is always yet to come. I will see you in the next video.